Hey. What's going on? We are playing some Homebrew tonight. And I don't know how long we're going to go tonight. Maybe not, just kind of a little bit, hang out and do a little bit of this. I really wanted to get some game time in, and I figured, why not stream it? So we're going to be playing some... It's a brand new beta that's in Kickstarter right now. It's Mega Kaiju Boo. So I haven't got a chance to play it at all yet. So I'm don't really know a whole lot about it. But that's fine. Let's see here. Wait, that's not right there. So I'm just setting up my chat real quick. In case anybody actually wants to hang out and watch me do this.
Just found this unbelievable sequin dress on eBay from a seller who's probably a Vegas showgirl.
Yeah,
so many good deals. Had to get these vintage disco pants too. Then I was craving something sporty. Found these in a sick cherry red, authenticated and everything. Thanks, Ken. I'm obsessed. Then I sold a pair of velvet flares to like a desert goth in Nevada.
Neglecting my hopefully I gotta turn that on. My homebrew stuff. I haven't played any like retro stuff in a little bit, and I'm trying to get back to everything. We just had a whole bunch of stuff kind of change up and all that fun stuff. I don't know, what am I doing? There it is. Blah blah blah. Alright, all that's working. Sweet. We're good. Let's clear all this. Minimize this. Let's turn it on over here. Hope everybody is good and chilling tonight. This was kind of a quick decision by me to decide to stream tonight. I usually don't do Wednesdays, but I was like, you know what? I was kind of feeling it. Is that loud? I was kind of feeling it, so I'm like, you know, let's do it. So you might see me start streaming. So we got one player, Ninja Right, what's going on? Here for more burritos, nice. One player mode, two player mode, story options. Story, let's do story maybe? We can kind of just explore. They appeared out of nowhere to rampage across our cities, oceans, and homes. The Kaiju, giant monsters from beyond our world. In response, BOOM. Ballistic, wait, what does it say? Ballistic Operations and Occupation Military. Has deployed its prototype bumper and ball weapon, an experimental system that promises to end the kaiju threat. So I was playing this a little bit, just like a very little bit, and it's kind of like, it almost felt like a cross between like a video pinball and like, you know, Breakout. Whoa. That's pretty sick. In this war, there are no winners, so Boom must make sure that the kaiju somehow lose first and harder, whatever the cost. Can you eliminate the kaiju threats and discover a way to stop them for good? Oh, okay, so that was the story. Okay, so you can... Alright, I thought it was like a story mode. Alright, so let's do... Wait, what's in the options? Life. Music. Infinite ammo. Credits. We'll just go with standard. Alright, one player. So, city, island, moon, Arctic, crisis, ocean, volcano, stadium, depths. Does it matter where we start? I don't think it does. City, maybe. Alright, let's check it out. Oh, sweet. So that A or B, A button kind of speeds up your thing. go. Oh, dude, I got... Whoa. Did I die? I couldn't tell. There might be some funny bugs in it, too, so... Because it is a beta. So there's a chance that we might run into... I didn't feel like I got hit, but maybe I did. Or did I just lose my ball? I like the graphics so far. Okay, so I ran out of ammo here. Alright. But you can get power-ups. Hey, did I kill him? Where? Oh, he's on the move. Oh, shoot. Oh, this is part of the game. Ah, shit. Oh, that's kind of cool. So we gotta beat up this... Get him. I don't know if there's like... Ah, shit. Any, like, life or anything that we have? Eric, what's going on, buddy? Dude, I'm like shooting school buses at him. That's pretty cool. Oops, I missed my shit. Yeah, okay, so I see. There's like... Dude, I'm like not... This game would be awesome with the Atari 2600 paddles. Come on, hit him. I need some guns. It's one of those games that you can really get kind of sucked into. Looks similar to the Ghostbusters. Yeah, it kind of does, right? The Ghostbusters game. Oh wait, there's a thing. So like, hang on. Oh, shit. So down. Man, this is cool. There's like different levels. So once you beat them up, and then you can shoot it like straight up there, and then you'll go back. Yeah, this is in Kickstarter right now. For those hanging out on YouTube, I put John's link in the description. If you want to check it out, he sent me the beta to play, and I've had it for a little bit, and I just haven't had a chance to really play it yet. So, and the thing just lifted where I could check it out. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna stream it for a while and see what I think about it. And I think so far so good. Yeah, it is. It's a lot like Arkanoid. It's like I was explaining earlier. It feels like a it feels like a cross between like Arkanoid and like a video pinball. Because I run into things where it's like I've got like multi-ball a couple times, and you can get like guns. See, like now I got like a multi-ball thing going on. I don't think I really want to beat up that robot. Oh shit. Dude, I'm getting like mad power-ups. I don't know if I'm starting over every time I leave the level. Is that other kaiju dude my friend? I don't know what's going on. Shit, stay up there. There we go. Damn it. Here's like a thing you could get like unlimited ammo too, but I'm not smart enough. Yeah, I think we're like kind of, oh shit. Kind of like starting over every time we, whoa. Oh, now I'm gonna come all the way back here. Alright, this is interesting, but the dude stays up where he's at, and it just kind of brings me back. And this is like the, at least the second, it might be the third game I've played by John. He made another game. It was like an NES game that used 2 controllers. I don't know if anybody saw me play. I don't remember if I streamed that. I think I did. And that one was really kind of cool. It was kind of a puzzly game, and yeah, it was cool though. I really like that. The name's escaping me right now. I feel like I shouldn't be beating up the dude that's like helping me, but I'm dumb, so I don't know. Maybe. Oh, so there he goes again. Alright, so now we got... Alright, so now we'll go up more. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. That was short-lived. I did, yeah, I played pinball for the NES back in the day, for sure. Do I want to beat up all these dudes? Oh, I already beat up him. That's what he gets for... Oh, shoot. I wasn't expecting him to breathe fire at me. That was not very nice. And I shall now tell on him. Give me that. Whoa! I ran right into it again like a dummy. I got balls flying everywhere right now. That's what she said. Wait, I killed him. Stage cleared. I'm the best. Good job, pilots. And don't worry about the collateral damage. Those deaths are on the monsters, not us. That's what I was thinking. Alright, well, that's cool. That was fun. Okay, so there's a little X. So where should we go next? Does it matter? Should we do... just go in order? What is going on? Stop. Let's just go in order. Let's do the island. Little dinosaurs. I guess so, Eric. Yeah, there's a bunch of kaiju for like Godzilla, right? Isn't that like kaiju mean like the big monsters or whatever? Like Godzilla-ish stuff. I don't really know. Yeah. And now this level looks a little bit different, like to the point where I think this level might have a different objective than the other one. I like the combination of it feeling... Can I shoot these rocks now? I could shoot that little dinosaur though. Of like the pinball and like it doesn't feel just like Arkanoid. You know, it feels like there's much more to it than that. Can I shoot that thing? And you have like your little area here where you can lose your ball. But otherwise it bounces back. So yeah, it does. It's just... Alright, so there goes the mountain. Ooh, okay. So now we're in a village. Yes, hit him. Hit him again. This feels like one of those games that could just be like an easy, just kind of... I'm just going to chill and have a pick up and play game for a little bit. That's what this kind of feels like. Which is cool. Uh-oh. They're beating up each other. I'm not very good at this. And then I didn't even know. I'm like, I've been a little bit out of the loop, but I saw Jordan Davis did the music for this, which I really like his music. He does a really good job. Oh, shoot. I must have lost my ball without realizing it. So sometimes I feel like it's not bad to go back a little bit, because you can sit here and just collect power-ups for a second. Which I'm not mad at. So far, so good, though. Alright, so he already went up. Oh, shit. And it looked like there was a bunch of modes... What the heck? That you could put it on, too. Oh, that dude's throwing stuff at me. Like, you could do, like, an unlimited ammunition kind of thing, if you wanted. Whoop. I did not do that. Did you see that thing, like, held onto my ball for a second? You get lots of health and lives and stuff, which is kind of cool. Whoa, no. That's alright. That's alright. And you don't... I don't know. You don't die if your ball goes down. You just... It would almost be cool to see somebody make an actual new pinball game for the NES. That'd be a fun thing. I've seen... This is like the second time I've seen a game like this hit the NES. There's another one. I can't think of the name of it. I think I have the physical copy. Really? Physical copy of it. It's I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But did I talk to so many people? I don't remember if I interviewed that dev for the podcast or not. And I think I'm gonna try and find time to have John on again too, and talk about this game sooner rather than later while it's in Kickstarter here. To get the word out for him. Oh, and I'm also going to be doing a podcast on Sunday evening talking about another game with a friend of mine. I think I can broadcast it. I'm going to be with the Game Beaters and Mike's Retro Gala, is that his? Yes, I beat him. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing a podcast with those guys on Sunday evening. I think it's live. And I think I can broadcast it live on my channel too, so I'll definitely do that. Well, that should be fun. Alright, on the moon. Oh, it's Slimer. All in all, so far though, I would say I like this. I like the, yeah, it's just fun. It's fun. And it feels good to play something retro again. I feel like I haven't played anything retro in a little bit. You know, I'm not going to play, you know, now I'm kind of, ooh, I got hit. Oh, shit. I'm in the midst of playing Tears of the Kingdom. That's going to take a lot of my time. That's why I needed to add some different days to my stream schedule because, damn it. Otherwise I wasn't getting in my reps for my retro life. Game really looks like something up your alley. Yeah, it's so far I'm digging it, man. Yeah, it's just kind of a relaxing, chill, kind of fun game. I'm into it. Get a few more reps in here. Oh yeah, that's right. That was fun. That was cool when I was playing with my daughter and getting her to play some 8-bit stuff, because that is not her thing. Yeah, I mean, I consider myself kind of a retro gamer at heart, like more so than the new. I play new games, but I really like my 8-bit stuff. And 16-bit stuff too is probably where my biggest passion lies, but the 8-bit stuff, for some reason, it just, I don't know. It's so my childhood. Go. I do try to slime me. So yeah, for me, like, yeah, good. good 8-bit game is where it's at. I haven't got a single gun so far. There we go. What is that? I like how the buildings take damage and stuff. Instead of, you know, like, you don't have like your normal bricks that you're trying to break. You're breaking like the surroundings and stuff, which is pretty cool. And I have a slew of physical homebrew games that I have yet to play too. Oh, that was... I started with Atari. Was my my first console was the Atari 2600. Ah, shoot. Yeah, so the Atari 2600 was my first console I ever had. I had a buddy that had an Intellivision, so I played some of that later. And then my second console was a ColecoVision. So I did own a ColecoVision for a while. And then we kind of got... Shoot. We kind of got into the computer realm of things. So we had our first computer that we ever had, home computer, was an Atom, which actually hooked up to our ColecoVision. And then after that, we moved to... I'm not paying attention here. After that, we moved to the Amiga, which was then... The Amiga was like, holy cow, this thing really had some... You could really do a lot. And then from the Amiga... is when I got like my NES from there. But yeah, I played a lot of computer games, Amiga games and Atom games. And then when we got into, you know, when the first like Windows machine, even not even Windows, but like DOS machines started coming out. I was super into like the point and click adventure games and things like that. So yeah, NES, and then from there I kind of had them all. You know, any of the mainstream ones at least. Until like the PS2, and once the PS2 hit, I had that. I played a lot of the PS2 stuff about halfway through its lifespan, and then like completely stopped. So I didn't play anything. You know, I never owned a PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, or I did have an OG Xbox. Way late in its lifespan because I wanted to play Fable and Knights of the Old Republic. Can you see my Atari? It's right here. Whoa. This is my Atari hanging out right there. I don't have a huge library of games for it, but I do have some homebrew games that I haven't tried yet, that I bought 2 years ago that I still haven't played yet, that I need to check out. They're John Hancock's games. So yeah, I definitely want to get into some of that at some point. I could just play them because I actually have a little thumb drive. Because I bought his whole collection, he gave me a little thumb drive with the ROMs on it too. So I could just go that route. Dude, what? Oh, shoot. So that could be a thing. Ninja Gaiden Black. Yeah, I've heard, I haven't played that, and I've heard good things about it. I'd like to check it out. Yeah, I feel like the Xbox did have some, some good stuff, some good exclusive stuff. I didn't play much of it. In fact, the only games I owned for it were like Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, which I have not finished either of them. I did finish Fable, which I liked, but I thought Fable was super easy. So I kind of wanted to explore. The nice thing about Xbox stuff too is it's so inexpensive. Like a lot of their stuff, even like the exclusives on the OG Xbox is not that much. But like for example, my daughter and I just went to our like local retro game shop this weekend, and there was a game that's called like Hello Neighbor or something, and I had seen it before, but whatever. And she was like, "Oh, I saw this once." She was like, "It was supposed to be kind of fun or something." So I was like, "All right, well, do you want to check it out?" And they had, they had it like 3 different ways, right? They had it on the PlayStation 4, and it was like not expensive, but it was like $18 or something like that on the PlayStation 4. They had a copy of it on the Switch, for like $40 or something, and these are all used, right? And then they had a copy of it for the Xbox One for $8. So I was like, yeah, get it for the Xbox. It's the same game no matter what. So that's what I love about collecting for the Xbox is it's so affordable. And I also think Game Pass is probably one of the better deals that's out there. If you want to play any games day one. I mean, personally, I would rather, if I can get physical, I'd rather, but man, it's hard to... It's hard to beat, like, just being like, hey, there's this new game that's out. That's how I played that new RPG that just came out not too long ago. I played Sea of Stars that way. Oh, almost missed that. Ah, shoot. Damn it. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying, man. Is like, yeah, if you can, if you can get it for Xbox, it's usually always cheaper. And yeah, it just makes sense. I never understand people that are like console specific. I understand like when you're a kid, right? And you're like, no, because I have the Nintendo, so that's the best and whatever. But like people that still hold that or like talk about like how the Super Nintendo was better than the Genesis and or vice versa or whatever. I'm just like, dude, just play games. I was always, but I was always a big Nintendo fanboy. I'm a card-carrying Nintendo fanboy for sure, especially the NES. Just catching up on. That's when the PS3 and the Xbox 360 came out. Many greats. Dude, my my PlayStation 3 died on me. I actually want to take it apart and see if I can fix it. Because I bought Portal 2 for my daughter and I to play on the PS3, and we went to go play it, and nothing. I'm getting no video. And it was just working not too terribly long ago. We played stuff on it. So, I'm not sure what failed, but, yeah, I don't know. But also my local retro shop does do repairs too, so I might, if I can't figure it out, which I'd like to try for funsies, I might just bring it over there and see if they can do something with it. If it's not too much. I mean, you can get a PlayStation 3 now for how much? Like $100, under $100. So at some point you're like, is it even worth my time? But if I can figure out how... Oh, sweet, I beat his ass. If I can figure out how to fix those, it would be a nice little business venture. You know, because you can get, you know, broken consoles for next to nothing. So that's something I've always wanted to fiddle around with. So yeah. I'm not like completely inept when it comes to that kind of stuff. I need a gun. Give me a gun. Ooh. That'd be cool if that tornado... Oh, shoot. Did something to my ball there, though. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of... Ah, shoot. Yeah, let's do it. Why is that not working? Oh, it's just taking a minute. Dude, yeah, many get mad if you say your favorite console X. Yeah, just play games. Freaking relax. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I never got that. Even when I was younger, too. Like, I did a lot of, like, I ended up getting some consoles later in their lifespan. But, hey, Jim, what's going on? Cannot believe MLB history? What are you talking about? Oh, nice. My, Oh, dude, that was sweet. You see I shot that plane into him. My, nice, I beat him. I used to be so much more into sports than I am. I still like sports, don't get me wrong, but I used to follow them much closer than I do now. I'm so much more of a fair weather fan at this point. So, like, I'm in Wisconsin, right? So I'm following the Brewers because they're having a good year. And you know, I'm just a homer. But my favorite sport will probably be football. But I like all of them. Like, you know, I loved watching the Bucks win their first championship in forever, or in my lifetime, so that was cool. I think with, like, you know, because I'm a Packer fan, and I think with the Packers, it's kind of funny for me because, like, in my lifespan, I've seen them do everything. Like, I've seen 2 Super Bowl wins. I've seen 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 Super Bowl wins. You know, they've been to the playoffs like every year for what. In fact, they go to the Super Bowl every year if it weren't for those stupid playoffs. So I've like seen them do everything. So now I'm like, I really want to see the Brewers do something before I croak. I've seen one World Series. The Brewers got to the World Series when I was a kid. But, you know, I was real little. I forgot even what year that was. Ah, shit. Baseball and basketball, yeah. I like both. I like baseball and basketball too. That was cool. What was that, like 3-4 years ago when the Bucks won the championship? I was totally into it. Other than that, yeah, I don't have the time. I mean, football, it used to, oh shit. It used to be every Sunday, man, was like football. That's all I did was I'd get up in the morning and go over to a buddy's house and just start drinking at like 11 o'clock and watch football all day. I just don't have the time to do that anymore. Damn it. The Bulls were never my favorite team. Dude, the Bulls dominated. Yeah, that's for sure. Hey, well, there's a nice little... Dude, look at my score. There's a nice little bug I can show John. I think I broke it. Did it flip? I wonder what his counters does. Okay. So it gets to... Dude, that's crazy fast counting though. Well, it just flips over. Watch, when you'll see it'll get to 99,000, it'll flip back over to like 1,000. See? So it's just looping through it. Well, I broke it, so there's that. I guess we can go right back into that level. Yeah, I totally broke the game. Dude, it saved my spot. That's pretty cool. Really? I'll have to. I don't know if he set up a. I don't know. I don't know who's beta testing it for him. Holy cow. Already died? I suck. Limited continues. Let's just check. Can we just... Oh, it doesn't let me. I have to do them in order. Oh, wait, no. It's let me do the ocean. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Kill that bug. Super cool. I'll have to do I'll have to do one of my, like, a homebrew, just like an overview of this, talking about to hype the Kickstarter for him at least, for the YouTube channel. See if get any eyeballs on it, but oh, that dude, he comes all the way down and mess with me. Shoot him in the ass. I'll have to go on and back this and get me a copy. This is one that I'd take a... Oh shit. I'd take a physical copy of. I'm just gonna kind of go through and check out some of these levels before we call it a night. Ah. Ah, shit. What I'm not is good at this game. Trying to think if there's anything else going on. Not much. I'm trying really hard to get the podcast back on track. If anyone cares, I'm trying to get back to a weekly show. I really miss doing it, and I think there's a way I can do it and find the time. It's just what I need to do is I want to get a bunch of them canned first, so I don't fall behind, and then the rest of it's pretty easy. And they'll be on YouTube, and there'll be video podcasts on YouTube, and then you'll be able to just listen to the audio version. And we're gonna go back and forth between doing either developer interviews or developer interviews, game reviews, and just like general discussions, chatting, hanging out. About certain things. So yeah, that's coming back. I got triple ball going on. Sweet. I kind of like the Mega Man style screen selection too. I'm always a fan of that. Oh shit. What would have been kind of cool though is if there was like a, almost like a reason to go in a certain order. Like maybe you got certain power-ups that you could use. You know, kind of like Mega Man style, right? Like you want to beat Cut Man before you go to Fart Man or whatever, so you can use the cut power against them, and it beats them up easier or whatever. That'd have been neat to like incorporate something like that in here. How long does it take for a podcast to be set up? Not long. I've been doing podcasts for like 20 years. How old am I? How long have I been? Yeah, it's been close to that. So like now, I just have this software that I use, and each podcast it'll be myself and a guest from the community. And then I do like a little bit of like my own shtick at the beginning, which is only like 10 minutes long. So yeah, it doesn't take long. The thing that takes long is when I do it in video form and I want to really put a lot of editing into it. Is the only thing that really takes a long time to make it seem cool. But a lot of that stuff I kind of pre-set up, so then what I do is I essentially do everything in video form. Oh, look, I'm hitting these switches. That's cool. So yeah, that's kind of, I do it in video format and then just, save the MP3. And then from there, you know, then I just put that out as the audio. Yeah. Get that switch. There we go. But yeah, there's so much I want to do. It's just, you know, finding the time and everything else. What theme was it? I forgot. What theme did they use? And what wrestler? I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I know it too because I've been a pro wrestling fan since I was a little kid. Lasted for how long? Yeah. So I try and keep my podcast like about a half an hour is what I try and do. I feel like that's kind of the sweet spot. For like somebody commuting home from work and stuff like that, like the goal is to be able to just like short and sweet and like get to the, you know, you can listen to a whole episode on the way home from work, or, you know, half an episode or whatever is kind of my goal. So yeah, I try and keep it around 30 to 40 minutes, for sure under an hour. Sometimes interviews go a little bit longer. And so that happens, but that's what I usually aim for. Ah. Because I know for me, personally, listening to a podcast, if it's over an hour, it's hard for me to stay engaged. Because I'll put a podcast on like while I'm at work or working, and listen to it in the background, but a lot of times I'm so focused on what I'm doing, I'm not really hearing half of it. But if I'm listening in the car or something, then yeah, I can really sit and focus on it. So yeah, I'd say half hour, 40 minutes is what I consider a good sweet spot for length of show. This game's addicting. I'm like, all right, I think I'm done with it. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. Hang on. Yeah, they did a good job. Again. And I believe it's a NES Maker game too, so, which is just so cool. I love that what people are able to put out there on NES Maker still. And there's a new iteration of that coming out too, which I'm kind of curious to see what that's going to look like. Eye in the sky. Okay. What wrestler used it? I don't remember. Oh yeah. Okay, now I can hear it. Let's go to the stadium. Oh, I can't do the stadium yet. Can I do this? Alright. There's some that seem like they're blocked. Or maybe I can't get to them during the beta too. It could be a thing. Dude, did that vortex suck up my extra ball? If it did, I'm gonna be mad and start crying. I'm surprised I didn't remember that too, because Ricky Steamboat was like one of my favorite wrestlers back in the day. Like that match at WrestleMania 3 with him and Savage was so good. And I was like so mad when, as a kid, I remember when he lost the title the Intercontinental title, not long after he won it. And like then lost it to the Honky Tonk Man, and it was like he lost it on like TV or something too, back when there were no title matches on TV. Like your Superstars and Wrestling Challenge that were like your TV shows of the week, there were never any good matches. It was always just like a star against a jobber, and you know, they just built up the storylines. But yeah, I was not crazy. And then after that, he was just gone, and I was just like, oh, that sucks. And I didn't, you know, back then I did not watch like other promotions. Like I didn't watch WCW or NWA or anything. I didn't even realize that he showed up over there and had some super classic matches with Ric Flair till like way later. Which, yeah. I could go into a whole another thing about pro wrestling, but... Ah, shoot. Yeah, Ricky lost his title a few weeks later. Oh, is that what happened? That's weak. I think I knew that, or I had read that, or heard it, or something. So Steamboat was like, peace. We ended up having a great career in WCW. Was it even WCW at the time, or was it Championship Wrestling? World Championships? I don't remember. Ah, shit. I've gone back and watched some of those Flair Steamboat matches, though, and holy cow, like, so good. Like, WCW did some, like early WCW, before NWO and all that. Even, like, during NWO time or whatever, they did some super hulky crap, like, to the point where we're like, dude, what is this? Which kind of turned me off as a kid. But there were, like, in between the hulky stuff, when you had, like, matches like that with Steamboat and Flair, being the type of wrestling fan I am today, I would have much preferred that. But as a kid, it's so easy to get sucked into the, the super well done production value of something like what WWF was doing at the time. God damn it, why did I suck? So yeah, I did watch AWA. Because it was there was a lot of local stuff with AWA that used to come. Which I dug. Ah, shoot. For sure. Yeah, as far as like putting on like good matches and stuff, obviously Hogan was the man in WWF and like really brought wrestling into the mainstream, but that dude couldn't hold a candle to Ric Flair as far as being able to put on a match that was like, dude, holy cow. Not even close. Damn it. Oh yeah, Vince bought, like, he put so many people out of business in the 80s. AWA, like Smoky Mountain, like so much. Just like... That's why I kind of really like the state of pro wrestling today, because at least we have options. You have WWE, AEW, TNA. Even though the thing I don't like about TNA is that with them being so under the umbrella now of WWE or having that relationship, I feel like they're kind of bowing down to some stuff that WWE wants to do, like having NXT people as their champion. The crossover stuff is super cool though, and I dig that, but I wish TNA would just... You can do some crossover stuff like what they did with AEW, but it didn't feel like AEW was trying to run their show, if that made any sense. So yeah, I don't like that, but you know, you can watch, there's so many. TNA, MLW, Ring of Honor, Evolve, which is kind of under the WWE umbrella now too. And just like video games, I'm not with my pro wrestling on the same way. I like pro wrestling. There's some stuff I enjoy about some companies and don't enjoy about others or whatever. So I'm not fussy. I like that well, I like that these guys all have a place to work and make money so we can have more wrestling. And it's nice because each company is just that little bit different, so it's like, yeah. Kiss stealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun. Dude, stop chasing me. Yeah, I think he is. I really like AEW. That right now is probably my favorite company. I didn't watch it tonight. In fact, I'm going to turn it on after I'm done streaming here. But I've been enjoying that more than pretty much anything else lately. I thought their pay-per-view last weekend was really, really well done. They kept me interested like practically the entire time, but they always deliver on pay-per-views. Ah, shoot. So yeah, yeah, that was just... One thing I'll say though is I feel like Dynamite has started to become a little formulaic, where I feel like every show it's been like the main event, some kind of weird like, you know, 8-man tag or something like that, and I'd like them to get away from that. But the nice thing about even Dynamite, Rick and yeah, I thought it was good. Savage is another one that was so good in the ring. That was one thing I remember too, is that the end of oh yeah, for sure, New Japan. I'm a huge fan of New Japan. I love it when AEW does like the crossover stuff with them in New Japan. It's fun to see those guys show up. I beat him up. I'm the best. Well, I think that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to get down I got to work on some podcast stuff before I call it a night. So yeah, I just wanted to jump in and do this for a little bit. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, Eric, and anybody else that's still hanging out there. I super appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow night again, doing some more Tears of the Kingdom. So, yeah, fun stuff. And you'll be able to look for a review or whatever about this game soon enough. So, yeah, thanks again, Eric. Thanks, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Good night.
The overwhelmed gamer. Jason's the overwhelmed gamer. He stopped playing 20 years ago and just started up again. Now his backlog of games to try seems like